Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra, and welcome to Theta Soma Integration Meditation. If you've been coming to my classes, welcome back. It's really good to see you again. And if you haven't been here before, let me get you oriented and acquainted. So to begin, you can do this meditation anywhere, so you don't have to be wearing any specific clothes. If you're just wearing regular clothes, that's fine. And you can either be sitting in a chair like I am, or you can sit on the ground on a cushion, however you're comfortable. You could even do this laying down if you want. So it's completely up to you. But begin by getting yourself comfortably situated so that you can sit for about 30 minutes or so. Theta Soma, what is this? So, when we say theta, we're referring to theta brainwaves or the subconscious. And when we say soma, we're referring to somatics, the physical body. So, somatic is referring to anything of the body. So, when we say theta soma, or when we do a theta soma meditation, we're actually connecting our subconscious mind through the theta brainwaves to physical sensation in the body. Now, in this culture that we live in, I'm assuming most of you probably live in the United States, we are taught not to pay so much attention to what's happening in our physical body. We live in this culture where, if something hurts, we're given a Tylenol or an aspirin or, some sort of pharmaceutical medication and told to manage the symptoms and hopefully it will go away. In this meditation, we're actually doing the opposite of that. So we're becoming more aware. We're developing our awareness around what physical sensations we're experiencing in our body. And then we're welcoming those even more. We're welcoming them completely. We're giving them space to be felt. We're giving them space to be witnessed. And when we do that, when we allow ourselves to experience these physical sensations, we begin to notice that they actually have something to tell us. And they give that information pretty readily when we're in a meditative state. So often these physical sensations will be linked to a memory, to a thought, to a belief about yourself, to some sort of visualization or image that was buried deep in your subconscious. But when we breathe into the sensation, we're able to access it and it comes back up. So when we do this work, I like to almost picture it as like an infinity spiral, where we're breathing into the body and then it's pulling up files in the mind. And then we're breathing more deeply into the file and it may bring up something else in the body. And we go through this process of digging down deeper and deeper and deeper into the mind and into the body, developing this connection, cultivating the connection in ourselves between the mind and the body. Hopefully that makes sense. And from there, we utilize different release techniques. So we use the breath. Sometimes there will be crying. Sometimes we'll use the voice or sound and vibration. And sometimes we'll do movement. So shaking is really helpful. Stretching is helpful to just move some energy. Something really important to let you know before we begin the meditation today, and I always say this, is I have to give a trigger warning. Because this work, this somatic approach to theta healing, is actually intentionally triggering. So we are working to pull up memories that have been buried so that we can integrate them and process them and release the energy around them. So it's important coming into this meditation class that you feel comfortable, especially since we're virtual, that you feel comfortable with your ability to self-regulate, with your ability to stay with your breath, and with your own ability to feel uncomfortable and to remember things that are stored in your history. If that's not something that you're comfortable with, if you aren't ready to go into some difficult files, then this is probably not the best class for you. I would love to work with you one-on-one, or we can find some other container that feels good. But I just want you to be aware of the fact that this work can be triggering and it's meant to be triggering. So go into this with a curiosity and go into this with a trust that you can self-regulate. And I will always be guiding you back to your breath. So my job in this space is to be your guide, like your tour guide through your own subconscious, giving you little tools along the way to assist you in your journey. So with that, let's begin. Come into your comfortable seat. And just begin to tune into your breath. Letting your eyelids get heavy, closing your eyes. And allow yourself to find your own natural rhythm to your inhale and exhale. With each breath, relaxing the nervous system a little bit more. From here, feel the connection of your legs to the seat beneath you. Feel yourself firmly rooted in space, connected and grounded. Allow your shoulders to come back just slightly, lifting the crown of your head up towards the sky and tucking the chin just slightly towards your chest, creating space through the shoulders, the back, and the neck. Just breathing here. Begin to visualize a line of energy coming down from the cosmos, a beautiful beam of light making its way through our solar system, down through the atmosphere of the earth, and into the crown of your head. Follow this line of energy down through your third eye, through your throat, into your heart, your sacral, your belly, your root, and then into the floor beneath you. Imagine this line of energy making its way through the layers of earth and rock and crust, all the way into the center of the earth, to that molten magma core. Take a deep inhale here. Again, take a deep inhale. Feeling your connection to the earth below you and the cosmos above. Feel yourself suspended, weightless, in the space between. Exploring the liminal in between the cosmos and earth. Feel your connection to the earth itself and your connection to the universe above and around you. From here, allow these poles to begin to lift out of the earth and venture down from the cosmos, making their way slowly back towards your body, making their way through your chakra system until they meet in the center of your heart. And take a deep inhale here. And exhale completely. Again, take a deep inhale. And exhale completely. From here, begin to do a scan of the body. Beginning from the top of your head, scanning through the face, the chest and neck, shoulders, belly and hips, into your legs and your feet. Noticing any sensation, any areas where there's a tightness or a tension, an achiness or a burning, a numbness or tingling. Allowing yourself to just notice this sensation. Not trying to push it away, not trying to release it or heal it. Just being present with exactly what you're feeling right now. Just breathing here. Noticing these sensations and allowing them. From here, make your way up to your mind. Noticing any thoughts that are coming or going. Noticing any stories and not attaching to them. Just being present with exactly what you're feeling right now. There's no need to have a perfectly clear mind in this moment. Just allowing the thoughts to come and go, not judging them and not attaching to them. From here, we'll begin to welcome our file. We had so much energy moving just yesterday with this big eclipse. An eclipse can be a really important time to let go, to allow a cycle to end, to bring something to completion. This can involve feelings of loss or grief. You know, in life, there's almost this constant coming and going, this constant beginning anew and dying and ending, the cycle of rebirth, the cycle of life and death. So today, we're going to welcome the feeling of grief. What are you grieving right now? What are you holding tightly onto that you could let go? Maybe you have had an experience of loss recently, or some sort of shift or change, Throughout the pandemic, so many of us have had to shift our lifestyles or let go of jobs or opportunities or plans that we had. This was a year of so much adaptation, of needing to surrender and be present with exactly what's happening. There was no ability to make plans for the future, or at least a limited ability. Allow yourself to welcome this grief completely. Maybe plans you had to let go of, or people you had to let go of. Perhaps there were aspects of yourself that died this year. Welcome that grief completely. Welcoming any sensation, any association, any thought or memory connected to this file. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale completely. Again, take a deep inhale. And exhale. Begin to notice, where does this grief live in your body? What is the sensation? Is there a heaviness or a tightness in the chest? Maybe a cracking? Is there a tightness or a stuffiness in the throat? Or maybe an unease in the stomach or a tightness in the shoulders? Wherever you're feeling that sensation of grief, just allow it. Taking a deep inhale into the sensation and exhaling completely. Again, take a deep inhale into that sensation in your body and exhale completely. Allowing yourself to welcome this feeling. Welcome it. Welcome that heaviness in the chest. Welcome that tension or stuffiness in the throat. Allowing it. Giving it the space it is requesting to be witnessed. Take another deep inhale and exhale completely. Again, take a deep inhale and exhale completely. As you breathe into the sensation in your body, notice what comes up in the mind. Maybe there's a thought. Maybe there's an image. Maybe there's a memory. Allow that memory, that visual to come. Welcoming it. Breathing into it with an inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Welcoming this image into the mind. Noticing how it's connected to sensation in the body. From here, we'll begin our release techniques. Take a deep inhale and exhale with sound. Two more of those at your own pace, going nice and slow. Taking a deep inhale. Exhaling with sound. Giving that grief a sound. Allowing that grief its own sound. Again, taking a deep inhale. Exhaling. Allowing that vibration to make its way through the physical body. From here, we'll begin to add some movement. Taking an inhale to bring the chest forward and exhaling to come back. Inhaling to bring the chest forward, exhaling back. Making some sound if you'd like. Allowing the head and neck to drop with each rotation. Moving slowly and organically. Inhaling to come forward and exhaling to come back. Inhaling to come forward and exhaling back. On your next breath, shift the direction. Allowing yourself to really get lost in this movement, in the breath, in the sound. And then beginning to move a bit more organically. Maybe moving from left to right. Maybe lifting up an arm and bending it over to one side and then the other. Staying with the breath with a deep inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Maybe doing some twists. And then making your way back to center. Doing some rolls with the head and neck. Noticing any areas where there's still some tightness, still some tension. Take a deep inhale into that place. And exhale completely. Again, taking a deep inhale into any area where you're still holding tension. And exhale completely. And you can bring your hands to that place where you're still feeling some tightness, where you need a little bit of extra love. And give yourself some massage. Using the breath to take a deep inhale and exhale. Allowing yourself to massage out that area. Giving it some love, sending the breath there. Maybe bringing some attention to your feet. Finding any pressure points on your feet. Using the breath to guide energy into those spaces that may have some numbness or some tightness. Making sure to switch to the other foot. Starting to feel a bit more embodied. Giving a little bit more love to that foot. Staying with the breath. And then making your way back to center. Coming back to your natural inhale and exhale. Noticing any spaces in the body where there's a little bit more room, a little bit more spaciousness. Take a deep inhale. One last exhale with sound. Coming back to your natural rhythmic breath.